Since the year 2000, the Centers for Disease Control reports a 200% increase in overdose deaths involving opioids. Some of those include opioids, prescription painkillers. But new guidelines released by the CDC are designed to decrease the number of people abusing the drugs. News 18's Samantha Tiki reports how a local pain management doctor says the recommendations could affect patients.
They're drugs responsible for the deaths of more than 40 Americans a day.
Tylenol with codeine, tramadol, hydrocodone, oxycodone.
But for pain management patient Trina Reza, doing her job as a nurse wouldn't be possible without prescription painkillers.
If I couldn't get my pain management, I probably wouldn't work.
New CDC guidelines aim to decrease the amount of people abusing prescription opioids. Although Unity Healthcare's Pain Care Center Dr. Robert Bigler says the guidelines can be beneficial, he has concerns.
My concern and fear is that there's people that are putting these together that aren't out in the trenches treating patients.
One suggestion is prescribing non-addictive painkillers before considering opioids. Other guidelines encourage doctors to prescribe the lowest dose possible. Drug testing is also suggested. Bigler says his practice follows the guidelines and uses a prescription drug monitoring program to keep track of his patients. However, he says every patient is different when it comes to treatment.
You have to use the experience with some guidelines. You have to be vigilant on how you're managing your patients.
Reza says government regulations have made it increasingly more difficult for her to get her pain medicine. And although she understands why the guidelines are in place, she hopes the new guidelines will help fix the problem before more rules are added that could keep her and other patients from having access to the medicine they need.
It can make it a little more difficult. And someone who does have chronic pain, even worse than I do, it makes it really hard.
Reporting in Lafayette, Samantha Tiki, News 18.